Hello and welcome to my review of the Sisters of Battle Sister Dogmata, arguably one of the ugliest models that Games Workshop have produced for Sisters of Battle so far. One of these miniatures will cost you £21 and you get a couple of options with her. Most notably the very ugly head. I think it's this head. I can't be too sure though. If we just enhance that, it doesn't look too bad in person. I think it's just the paint job that they did on her. Just makes it look awful. I don't know why you'd pick that over the helmeted version, but we will have a look at the miniature up close and personal right now. So here she is. The helmeted version looks better. She has a different mace option, which isn't even shown anywhere on the box art or on the web store at all, but it's slightly bigger around there, but it doesn't have that central ball in there, and it doesn't look as mace-like. I've gone for the best possible option that I can. Furthermore, you can have the option there on the power plant with having 3 candles. Now if they had 4 candles now we're talking, but because it only had 3, I've gone for this like haloed fleur-de-lis icon. And you've got a fleur-de-lis icon there on the cloak. You've got some, I don't know, handcuffs, I don't know what they are. I think she's got a brolly and she's got some tongs and she's got a book. She's all set to go. But yeah, just a boring looking miniature. I don't think these kind of imposing mace type poses work for Sisters of Battle. They work for Chaos, they kind of work for Space Marines, but for Sisters of Battle, nah, they don't really work. Sisters look best, in my opinion, when they're in motion, whether they're running or they're about to slap someone with a mace, not just standing there trying to look imposing in their small power armor. But there we are. That is the Dogmata. Controversial model. It's also controversial because it's so expensive. It doesn't come in a box, it comes in a clamshell, and it's £21 as well, which means it's £3 more than the Skitarii Marshall. I think maybe you could add it to Sisters of Battle tax, because a lot of miniatures that in my opinion should be £18 or even £15 are over the £20 mark, and I just think this is too expensive for what it is. And that's the great thing about my channel and my unboxings and reviews. I will call Games Workshop and Forge World out whenever I disagree with what you're getting for your money, and this is one such example. Did we even need this unit as well? I mean, looking at Sisters of Battle, they've got so many elite choices. I know Space Marine had a buff of elite choices by putting scouts in that section, but still, Sisters are getting an awful lot of elites in their army. So that's the model. I've shown you the optional head. I'll go through some size comparisons and then we'll have a trip on the turntable while I talk about all of her rules. So first things first, let's compare her to the awesome looking Palatine. Way better looking model in my opinion, and you know, harder to put on the base obviously, but you know, same price and in motion. Loads of detail. I'll probably say more detail just on the Palatine. And quite possibly a more useful unit like a lieutenant or a little canoness really. So similar height there. I'd probably say the Dogmata just scrapes it with that extra icon on her back. Next to a normal Sisters of Battle model, similar height, probably a bit taller with the helmet. A canoness with the tactical pillar is, they're very similar height they are. And obviously the Dogmata doesn't have the pillar. A new model, which you may not have seen before, is a sister in Paragon Warsuit. So that's how she measures up here. The Paragon Warsuit poses are absolutely diabolical. I'd put them in the same category as the Dogmata for boring poses. But that's how she measures up there. And then finally with Saint Celestine, of course, Saint Celestine swooping around on her wings and her doves and looking awesome. Compared to a few Space Marines, so Imperium models, you've got a normal Space Marine on the left. She is basically about the same height I mean, if Space Marine stood up straight, he probably would be taller. Primaris, same size base, but Primaris is head and shoulders taller, as you'd expect. And then Slimarbo is, I think, probably just past her chest, maybe. So quite small now for Slimarbo. And now we will go through all of her rules, and her rules can be found, as I say, in the Elite section of your brand new 9th edition Codex. She will cost you 4 power points or 65 points in match play. Her stat line reads: movement of 6 inches, weapon skill and ballistic skill 3+, strength 3, toughness 3, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 3+. Just putting it out there, that means that she has a better stat line than the Hospitaller. Her weapon skill is better. A Dogmata is equipped with a bolt pistol, Mace of the Righteous, frag grenades and crack grenades. Bolt pistol, yeah, works the same as it always does. It's a range 12-inch, pistol 1, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. The Mace of the Righteous is a melee weapon, strength +2, AP -2, damage 2. So that's decent, you know, you're getting strength 5, AP -2, damage 2 weapon there. Abilities: Axe of Faith, Sacred Rites, and Shield of Faith. That means that she's got a 6+ invulnerable, pretty much. You've got Sacred Task. It's an aura ability. While a friendly order core unit that is performing an action within 6 inches of this model, that unit can shoot without that action failing. Brilliant. Unflinching Determination. In your command phase, you can select one friendly order core unit within 6 inches of this model. Until the start of your next command phase, that unit has the objective secured ability. If a model in that unit already has this ability, that model counts as one additional model when determining control of an objective marker. Very decent if you want to be using sisters in objective capturing games, because she's going to be adding that to a unit or adding an extra one. Fantastic. Priest. This model knows War Hymn and one other hymn from the Hymns of Battle. In your command phase, if this model is on the battlefield, it can intone one hymn it knows that has not already been intoned by a friendly model that turn. Roll 1d6. On a 3+, the intoned hymn is inspiring and takes effect till the start of your next command phase. Now this is fantastic. This is one of the main reasons why you would pick her. Same reason you'd pick a Preacher and the Dialogus. If you weren't already aware, priests know war hymns, and you can generate more war hymns. You can either pick one or roll d6 to generate them randomly. They're a little bit like psychic powers, but as it says, you roll a d6 and on a 3+, they are inspiring. So you've got everything here from the war hymn itself to 6 others, such as Refrain of Blazing Piety, where enemy unit within 12 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. You've got Litany of Enduring Faith, where core or character models within 6 inches of the unit, the invulnerable save in the unit is improved by 1 to a maximum of 4+. So instead of your 6+ invulnerable save, you're going to be getting a 5+ invulnerable save, and furthermore, you know, so anything with a 5+ invulnerable save, it's just going to improve that invulnerable save by 1. The keywords: Imperium, Adeptus Ministorum, Adeptus Sororitas, Character, Infantry, Priest, Dogmata. So there you go. That's my review of the Dogmata. It's a great unit to take because of the Sacred Task and the Unflinching Determination. You're going to be improving capturing objectives, so if you're playing an objective game, it's probably worth picking this model. But you can also go for the Dialogus, which is worse in combat because she only has a weapon skill of 4+ and only has that Dialogus staff, whereas at least the Dogmata has a mace, which is a strength 5 AP -2 weapon, so a little bit beefier in combat, but she is only getting 3 attacks at 3+ at the end of the day. What do you guys think of the Dogmata? Do you think it's a pointless unit, or do you think it's nice that we've got a priest for Sisters of Battle that can actually do some damage, but also help secure objectives as well? What do you guys think? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.